Hello and welcome everybody. If you're watching this on a playback, you can slide the playhead forward till the timer reaches 0. And if you're watching live, we'll be with you in what it say right now in 5 minutes and 41 seconds. We'll catch you in a few. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Hello, everybody. Oh, welcome. We got to mute that guy. That's too loud. All right. That one is already muted. Okay, yes. Here we go. We've got session, what is this, number 6 with Bertland. And let me switch over here and bring him up on screen. There you are. Hi. Let's see. Do we have sound good for you?
Check. Can everyone hear me?
Is there somebody in the chat that can tell us that you got video and audio good? And we'll get this show rolling. Do I see anybody in chat yet? I don't see a response. I see my counter says we got 9 in there.
So let me unmute and see.
All right. So, I know that we got mute. I'll check on it here.
Black Watch. Sorry.
Black Watch. Confirm?
Black Watch said, hey, Doug, we're doing
okay,
well.
And George also, everything is fine. Good. All right. Let's rock and roll then.
Let's rock and roll.
So, boy, you've got things rolling, don't you?
Yes.
So what I put in the description of this video is just a part, or just a one part of what you did. You said, I got my second client today. Well, that was when you sent me that email.
Yes.
Her name is Deandra.
Yes.
She runs an insurance business, has a bag of issues with her company laptops. So we got to talk about Deandra. We got to talk about your first client. I'm sorry, her name escapes me. Romaine, of course. Yes. And let's see, I'm actually going to make these on a list here. Deandra. And there was another one. You're helping somebody with some social media stuff,
Jimmy
right?
Q.
Jimmy Q.
Yes.
But I guess you can't consider him a client.
No. Okay. It's more like a way to get my name out there, and also,
All right. So we can talk about that. I also want you to show off the advertisements you did, or the promotions you did. Those aren't right words, but you did. It was Instagram was one, right?
Yes.
And the other was Facebook.
Yes.
So your first client came to you from Instagram. Your second client came to you from Facebook.
Yes.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yes.
Okay. And I'm also going to add another topic on here.
Yes.
How am I going to word this? I want to talk about your discounting.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to talk about your discounting. I think we need to talk about that. Okay.
Yes.
We'll get to that down the road. So I got these topics here. Which one do you want to start with?
We can start off with the first one. You have Deandra. She's the most recent.
All right.
Okay. So everyone, after taking Doug's advice, Doug mentioned to me that I should do some rebranding because Guard Tactic was seeming more of a security type of business. The name doesn't say exactly what I do. And so I took his advice. I was actually following that same thought pattern, that same trend of thought. And so I came up with computer life support, following on from Doug's computer age support. And so what I'm saying is that when I did that, I created a new set of media branding for that. And I uploaded that to my Facebook and my Instagram. And what I was doing also was I was going live for 8 hours a day on these platforms, just running an ad, talking about Tony, and talking about also something that Doug mentioned, my May special promotion, which I'm going live every Sunday. I'll have my Zoom session open every Sunday at 7 for a limited time during May, just to offer free. It's free to talk. So if you just want to talk, we can talk about your issues, and then anything else we can work it out off air. So taking Doug's advice, I created 2 sets of ads. One was for Tony, talking about Tony has his lawnmower business, his company, he uses computer for his business, his kids use his computer as well, and he runs into problems with the computer that he can't fix, and he browsing the internet, and he ran into my business name, Computer Life Support, and he called myself, and he got Computer Life Support, his problems were solved. And then I was speaking about TechnoSpot, which is a limited special May event every Sunday at 7 o'clock. I'll have my Zoom session open so persons can join and come into the Zoom, and we can talk about technical issues. And so Deandra saw either one of the live videos that I had shared on Facebook. And she reached out to me in a message. She asked me, do you, let me open up the messenger right now, because I have the messenger right now.
All right.
She asked me if I do like Windows and if I have Microsoft Office and all of those wonderful things. And I told her, yes, man, yes. Of course, we do all of those things. And then she said to me that she has a challenge with her computers in the laptops in the office. And when I investigated this, I found out that there's more than one issue she has with the laptop. So I was pulling it up right now. Okay, here she is. So Deandra said, just quoting her, and we had a few audio exchange. She said, do you repair computers, perhaps software issues, also to put in Microsoft Office? And I said, yes, I do. Sure. Sorry for the late reply. And I sent her my computer life support advertisement. And she said, do you do in person? I said, yes, again. And so I called her, and then she sent me some screenshots of her Dell computer, which was having the issue with the battery. And then she also spoke to me about having Microsoft Office for her another laptop, which she wants to give to her family member. And so we're working with getting the parts for her for that laptop. But I wanted to speak to Doug first about actually if would be the battery, because seeing as I wanted to get his take on that regarding what would be the next step there. Because as I was saying, Doug, that if it's the battery, if they take the battery out and plug in the laptop, it should still come on. It should still go to the boot cycle. It still lower the Windows. So maybe it's more than just a battery. So I don't want to just tell her that, hey, it's a battery, you know?
Right.
Right. So that's Deandra. So Deandra, as I said, saw all my Facebook ads. Now Romaine is, I'm running into Romaine today at the hardware when I went to the hardware. As everyone, tomorrow is Mother's Day. I don't know if is it an international? It's international?
Yeah.
The same day every day for everyone. Okay. So Mother's Day. So I was doing some preparations for Mother's Day. I want to build her a light in her tool shed. So I went up to the hardware and I was getting the necessary cords and the necessary sockets and the necessary plugs and bulb. And I didn't remain already talking and, bumping shoulders, and it was pure excitement. And then she was letting me know that, yeah, everything's all right. She was asking me about a cord. She was asking me about extra cords for the hard drive. And I was telling her that it's a NVMe drive, so it's not going to require any cords to power it. You just plug it onto the board like memory, right? And so I think that's where I left that. And I wanted to get back to Catherine to even ask her, but I don't think the NVMe drives require any cords. It's like a memory chip type of instant insertion. Everything happens from that one plugin. And so I'll leave that there for that one. Okay. And then we have Jimmy Q. So Jimmy Q is a disc jockey, everyone. He plays music. He's my very good friend, right? And what I realized is that while I was watching Fame, or IRA FM is a radio station in Jamaica, and they were going live, and I went onto their live, right? So when I went onto their live, what happened was that they had a Zoom session open. It called Watch Yourself. And when I was watching it, the disc jockey was playing the music and persons were vibing and they were showing it. And I said, I love this. I'm going to implement this. So what I did, I reached out to my friend Jimmy Q. He's a disc jockey, he plays dancehall music. And so I reached out to him and said, hey, Jimmy Q, your live shows, I want to take them to the next level. Me and you can take them to the next level. And so he said, I should reach out to him. I gave him a number, we exchanged contacts. And then on Thursday night, we ran a test where what he did was he got an app to allow him to live stream from his computer, sent me the stream key. I opened up my OBS over here, create the scenes. He sent me a few little ads that he wanted to run. I created a Zoom meeting, add all the scenes to the thing, and broadcast it out to his live. It went well. He was very pleased. We should be starting, because of my obligations to Doug, we're going to start after I finish this live with Doug. We're going to be working with Jimmy Q to actually do that. We created a Zoom session already, and we have ways to get audio over very crisp. And so what we're going to do is we want to show Jimmy this, doing his juggling, doing his mixing, and persons actually joining in the Zoom, and we'll show them together vibing. So it's like a new way to broadcast this thing. And how I'm going to benefit from that is that every time the persons ask Jimmy about how he gets that done, Jimmy can say, well, I got computer life support from Bertland, you know, and stuff like that. So I want to get my name out there with that, just offering my services to my friend who has a very good reach. And so that would allow him to, using my service to boost his product. And then that would also allow persons to want to get that boost. You can tell them, this is how I got that boost and stuff. And now if you, to show the ads, what I want to do is, if I may, could I share my screen? Is that okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so let me show, and then I'll just go to the Facebook and show, and I'm sharing everything. All right, so everything, so you guys can see my everything. I'm watching Doug as well. All right, and then I'm gonna go to Facebook. So what I had done was I had created a page called Guard Tactic. And that page was what I was using to run the initial ads. The initial ads being the one about Alice. Excuse me, everyone. So this is the original Guard Tactic. I was working on it. It has 80 likes and stuff. sorry about the sluggishness, everyone. Just want to get to one of the posts, videos. Anyway, right. Photos, videos. Sorry. You can come forward, please. All right. So this is not one. Let's see. All right. So here we have Alice. I was really going on with Alice though. It's out the front. It's there. It's out of, it probably is there. It's not there. Is that? And just pour some, please. So I'm not sure if you can hear this, but what's really happening is I'm narrating what is on the screen. What I did was I used my cell phone. Right? I used for this set of ads right here. What I did was I created a template in PowerPoint, because what I was doing for Guard Tactic, I had something created called the Guard Tactic for Today Caribbean. With what I was doing with the Guard Tactic Today Caribbean was, let me show you where I put that ID. So, yes. Right. So what happened is, right, guys, let me just.
I'll tell you what, I'm gonna why don't you take a minute, get a little liquid, I'll interact with chat a little bit. I'm gonna put you on mute.
All right.
And okay, so I'll let Bertland recover, and I'm looking over at chat and I see let's see, George and Vivian and Darren and Blackwatch. Glad to have you all here. And I see you conversing with each other about your times. And here we have Bertland again. Now he's showing us now his Facebook ad, and this was in relation to picking up one of his clients. Now I'm unmuting you now, Bertland, so you're back live. Sounds like you've recovered.
Yes, everyone. Yes. So I created something called the Guard Tactic for Today Caribbean Edition April, in which every day I was doing knowledge transfers. But Doug said something very important to me, and I agree with him. So after listening to his advice, I realized that that would not work until I had an audience that would need to hear about knowledge transfers, right? Nobody knows Bertland. So my audience would not, I need to get my name out there. And how can I get my name out there, right? And so I was thinking about getting how I would get my name out there, and I was thinking that I would bombard them with information, but nobody is really interested in that type of information, because when I post the post about the knowledge transfers, they don't get a lot of interactions. Nobody not really interested in that. 1 or 2 persons might like them, but those are like my diehard cohort, my diehard peoples, you know, my day ones. Them like everything. So what I did was, I said okay, I said okay. But before I said anything about okay, how I got this look was from that guard tactic for today Caribbean. So this look with the yellow text, the red, how the text is laid out and the color of the text is from the guard tactic today. How I do the layout and the numbering at the top with my. What I did was use that same layout, and I created the ad, the story. Doug gave me this story, everyone. Doug gave me this story. I want to tell Doug big up for this story. This story right here was it in our second session, Doug? I think it was our second session.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you gave me this story. So what I do in a Doug, I watch over the videos in a Doug and I make notes. So even when I'm watching when I'm with you now live, right? Kind of hard to make the note. So I'm really glad for is the fact that this video will be posted for future prosperity. So persons who are interested, there's a lot of nuggets of information in all of Doug's videos. All of Doug's videos, them have nuggets of information, like whole heap of gold. So you just need to go dig and make yourself rich, make yourself wealthy with knowledge, people. It's there. You know, Doug is giving this thing for free. I mean, we have to big up Doug everywhere, every time. We have to big up Doug, because like Doug is showing people how he fills out his timesheets, people. This is gold. I mean, that this is gold. This is stuff that, you know, you should get on with. So after taking that story that you gave me, right, I wrote it out word for word, right? And then what I did now, I put it onto this slide where I said, like, I wanted to have 4 lines on each slide because I want it to be readable, right? And then what I did was I just basically use my phone to record the screen while I narrate. So while I put the audio to it, I use my phone to record it. So when you see the pictures sliding across, it's me actually swiping in my phone to move to the next picture in the gallery. And then I use that. You see that little swipe? That's me actually swiping across there in my phone. And then I just use a video app to create this. So like I use the same app on my phone when I record the screen to crop the video and trim it down, and then I share it on social media. So this image here, as you can see, it has the word guard tactic down there. So Doug was saying to me that guard tactic is not, it does, when you see guard tactic, Doug say you should always try to get that 3%, that additional 3%. So when somebody says guard tactic, it's not really saying much. It says something, you know, but it's not saying what we want them to hear. It's not saying what I want to say. So we had to change that. And I was actually thinking about changing it. And when Doug said it to me last week, I was actually ready to change it in my mind, and just give me the sugar to actually go and do the branding over. Because go ahead, Doug. I see you.
Okay. Yeah. Let me phrase the way that it makes sense to me, and the way I think I put it to you is that if somebody is an ideal client for you, they probably have pain with their computers. They have something with their computers that's not working right. When they see the name guard tactic, are they going to say, that might be the solution to my problem?
Unless it's a security problem.
Okay, so the new name you came up with is what?
Computer life support.
Okay, so now imagine somebody's got problems with their computers, whether it's personal computers or business. They're having a hard time with it. It's causing them pain. They stumble across your name somewhere. Maybe it's a membership list for some club or something. Maybe it's whatever list or advertisement they see. If they see computer life support, I wrote it here. I wrote it down here. They see computer life support. Could they look at that and say, that might be the solution to my pain? That's the end of the story. That was a good choice. I applaud you for that name you came up with. I think that's just a great name.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so let's move along. This ad that you're showing us, it appears to be on Facebook,
Yes.
And that was who responded to that? Was
No,
that
this
Romaine?
what happened is I use Facebook to share. So guys, crazy thing is the Facebook business suite, right, allows you to connect a Facebook business page to an Instagram business account. So
Okay.
I turned my business, my Instagram personal account to a business account and created a page called Guard Tactic where I would share from here. And the crazy thing, guys, you can use this to schedule posts. You can schedule story posts and you can schedule regular feed posts. I
Okay,
don't know.
so the easy way to put this for people who aren't deeply into this, you created this on Facebook and then you shared it to Instagram, and Romaine responded to your Instagram
Yes.
post.
Yes.
Beautiful, beautiful. Take us on to the next.
Right. So after the rebranding suggestion by Doug, right, we came up with computer life support. So I'm just gonna go back to that one now. Computer life support. Computer life support. Computer life support. Yeah, you see, every time, even strangers do the same thing you do, Doug. I tell you that name is our winning name. So, all right. So what I did is I created a new page, guys. I call it Bertland Hope. That page, the reason why I call it Bertland Hope is because Instagram just decided to call it Bertland Hope. When I said claim my business page, it called it Bertland Hope. I said, okay, fine, Bertland Hope. It's the name. It started. Sorry if it's moving a little sluggish, but I have a lot of pages, guys. All right. So Bertland Hope. This is the one now. So on Bertland Hope, I created some new branding, right? I created some new branding. This is the first one, where when you see the thing, you see the computer life support here. I tried to get the hands that I was talking about, so the hands showing the support. I don't know if they look like support hands to persons, but they look like it go and catch the weight of the world. I like circles. I think a circle is the most perfect shape. Arcs, I like arcs and I like circles a lot. So I put the thing in a circle and then I put my face there so that they could see who the person is. I put my number there and that's it. And it's just simple. It's black and green. Like, the reason why I have black and green is because I don't want to use white, but it's just like black. It's simple, just like mine, it's easy. And that's the new look for the thing. I have more art. So after that, I have that's what is going on here. So anyway, that is one of the branding. I have 3 brandings that I did. So one of them is that one. I have, right. This thing just bugging out, guys. Give me 1 second. Let me just cancel. Let me just go back to the page. Right, so I have 3 brandings that I did. One of them was one with my face in it. The other was one with the logo, the Windows logo. And the other one was with, sorry. Other one is for TechnoSpot, which is the promotion that I'm doing for me. So I have that there. I'm just coming, sorry about the technical slowness. All right, so it's loading up. So I'm showing, and following your advice, I actually went live last week Sunday. I tried to get out one Sunday. 74 persons viewed that one, and somebody actually shared it. So I did go live last week Sunday at 7, because last week Sunday was in May. It was the first Sunday in May, and I wanted, when I'm promoting this thing about TechnoSpot and stuff, I wanted persons to actually something there. I wanted persons to actually see that I actually went live. All right, I'm going to go into the business suite, guys. Since I'm not seeing the post on my feed, I'm going to go into the business suite and show you from there. It's loading up. All right. All right, so over here, you can see all the posts that I made. I did something today, which I'm going to share with you guys right now. What I did today was I created an ad that seems to be getting a lot of traction, guys. It's a combination of a few things, but it seems to be getting a lot of traction. All right, so this is an example of the live that I run. Let me see if I can pull it up.
Bertland, why don't you take a little break there and get your stuff together, and I'll interact with chat, okay?
Please.
All right. So, looking over at chat, I see some communications back and forth between you guys about different locations and time changes. It looks like Chris McGraw may be trying to suggest other names for the business, PC Med Tactics or PC Med SU. I'm thinking that might have been support. Oh, then it restates it, I guess. PC Med Tactics or PC Med Support would be nice ideas too. And, Chris had keyboard problems too. All right, so I'm seeing we got 14 people watching now. Thank you all for being with us. And I'm going to come back over to Bertland now. Here you're back on audio, Bertland.
Okay, great. So what I did was I normally send the ads to myself in WhatsApp. So everything I do, I send to myself in WhatsApp. So I have them here. I can show you guys. All right, so this is the Windows one. Whenever I decide
with the Windows logo.
yeah,
okay.
Showing that I'm doing Windows. Whenever it has officially frozen. It has frozen, guys. Open it back up.
No pressure, but this is an opportunity for you to show us your computer wizardry.
Yes, no problem. I have a few things open, and sorry, I had a video editing app open. I didn't even realize I had.
Yeah, you should close that.
Flipping some stuff from my boss Friday. Close that. All right, guys. So, all right. While that comes up, let me open my phone. All right, so here we are again. So I create a WhatsApp group, everyone, and I send most of the stuff to myself. Is that like a way for me to transfer stuff from my phone to my computer? So I do that quite often. All right, so here we go. We're going up, and here we are. All right, great. So this is the first one with the hand. Then I have this one here for TechnoSpot. So TechnoSpot Sunday at 7 p.m. Bertland, Zoom, and the time. And then I have this one here that shows my face. And then at the end of each video, I say, computer live support, computer live support, computer live support. You know, and I show the 3 different pictures at the end. All right, so this was when I did the branding update. So we said that we are no longer operating under the name Guard Tactic. Past is Guard Tactic there, and I show the present look for the company, which would be the green circle, the green and black. And then I have here now, this is the TechnoSpot. And then we have Tony. So what I did for Tony is Doug gave me another story for Tony. And you know what I really love about this thing that Doug does is that you see the stories, guys, what happens is after you say them so much times, is that you start to see the stories in everything. You see the stories in everything. So I'm at work and I'm starting to see the stories, like how can I relate my day to someone, to a new prospective client in a story? How can I do my elevator pitch to someone, relate my day to them in a story about how I solve somebody's pain and how they can use my services to solve their pain too. So Tony, I created a story here. I try to keep the amount of lines and word numbers down to like 5 and probably 5. So 5 across, 5 down, because and it's a thing. It's like less is more. It's easier to read and the text can be bigger. So I did that. I have 6 Tony frames which depict this entire story. So what I do is I create the frames as such, and then what I do is I narrate them. I narrate them using the same method. I also have created some for the computer live support, CLS/BH, so computer live support with Bertland Hope. So for the month of May, I will have my Zoom session open at 7 p.m. every Sunday. If you have questions, just pop into the Zoom. It's no charge to talk. You can call into the Zoom session with your phone if you don't want to use a camera, or just call if you don't want to use Zoom. Here's a number. I will be there. My camera will be on. You will be able to see me. Computer live support, Bertland. Doug, sound familiar?
Yeah, good. I saw the passcode for the Zoom session. I didn't see the session ID. Did I just
what I did was for the session, I put the link in my, when I post this, I put the link in the caption. I also put the link for the session in my Instagram bio. So it's like one click and you reach there.
Okay.
And yeah. And then what I did now, I created a video ad. So you have this app called QUIK. So QUIK is a nice app. But what QUIK do is QUIK want to charge you for stuff. So what I do is I create the app in there, the video in there, and I record my screen. And what it do is it add music, and the transition to timing. And that's one of the ads. And I have a next ad. Right, it's loading. So no, I think that's the screen record that I recorded the screen. The next ad would be Tony this is Tony now. All right, here is Tony. Right, so this is Tony. What I did was I created a video animation for Tony, where I was actually speaking the story and also animated the video when it decides to load. So Tony is loading. I have a few Tony videos. Tony video is 1 minute and 25 seconds. So it does take a little while to load. All right. And I had a little effects and stuff. And I am the one narrating the story.
Okay.
And the same thing I do, I record my phone while I'm swiping through the pictures. Just struggling. Are you able to hear?
No,
right.
I'm not able to hear.
Right. So no one is going to hear because the Zoom not going to allow you to. So I just move
that's
on.
okay. You gave us enough of an idea.
And then I have one more I want to show. That what?
All right.
One more. All right. So guys, I think I set it off. I set it off right now. Because what happened, guys? Right? I realized that when persons are advertised to you, them not just advertise to you. Them not just advertise to you straight, the radio station, they realize that the radio station, they have a lot of value or something to make you listen to the radio, and then them dash a bag of ads to you in between the thing. So what I realized was that I need to trigger people of a certain age. I need to trigger people my age and probably older. People that them late 30s, early 40s. How you trigger them people? Well, I like Star Trek. And old people I get triggered by Star Trek. So I created a thing with a Star Trek. And this thing is doing like way better than every post I ever make. This is all I said. When the CEO tries to offer advice to IT professionals, this post, and then what I did was, you see the same Tony and the computer support, I put it behind it. So when you swipe, you see the Tony them, and then you swipe again, you see the computer, you see the techno spot. And that post, my friend, that post is doing well, because you see this post with the Spock, it triggers some people. It triggers them to react, to either click like or comment. And I'm like, yeah. So guys, I did that, and I created 4 posts of the same dimension, you know, the same thing, and I posted them as a group. And yeah, that's working. That's the most recent thing I did in terms of marketing. A gentleman with a small business commented and liked it. As I put it up, that man never liked nothing I put up in my life, but I'm triggered by that. So I'm saying, thank you guys. I'm going to stop sharing now if that's cool.
Yes. Well, I actually be prepared to bring it back. Can I give you?
No problem. No problem. I'm
Yeah, cool. Yeah. I really like a lot of the stuff that you have there. Yes. I'd like to give you some feedback that I call the kind truth.
Yes.
Meaning things that maybe.
Oh man, listen. Everything you tell me, brother.
All right.
Everything you tell me. Yeah, okay. Man. Yeah, man.
So bring back on the screen one of those logos with the round
circle.
The one with your face in the middle.
Sure.
In particular.
I can. Yeah. What I can do is I probably can share that image. I think I have it. I should have it downloaded.
Don't get fancy. Just bring up one of them.
Oh, just bring up one. Yeah. We don't have the time to. I agree. I agree with you, my friend. I don't. Yeah, I totally agree with you. So let's get that one there. All right. So it's up here. This one.
Yep. Give us that image. Okay. So I got a few things to say about this along the lines of kind truth. I kind of like the color. That green on black is very it jumps. My first take on this is my eyes focus on your face, and my impression when I see that obviously posed photo is that this looks like some kind of a philosophical seminar conductor. Or this looks like maybe a college professor, maybe a performing artist, even a singer, even a rapper maybe. I don't see computer technician in that photo. I see a friendly, likable face, but the pose strikes me as something that might be on an album cover.
Yeah.
Are you following me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think you want to put some more work into that.
The picture.
I love having your face on the advertisement. I think that is just really important. But it needs to be an image that when somebody who has pain with their computers sees this person's face, they feel like they could be comfortable with getting computer help from that person.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of how do you say it? I don't want to
say it, man.
Approachable.
Approachable, sure.
Approachable. This looks a little too famous, I think. It may be for one of your other pursuits in life, but I don't think that works for this purpose. Okay. Then another thing.
Yes.
I like your name at the bottom, although I don't know, do people in Jamaica recognize that as a name? I know in America, that's not a common name. Like I said, it sounds like an amusement park.
Bertland, what did you...
Is that a common name in Jamaica?
Jamaica, no. Actually have Bertland, but apart from that, not a lot of Bertlands out there, no.
Not a lot of Bertlands. So maybe some way we can make it more obvious that that's your name.
I could make it a different color or change the font.
I don't know. Let's walk away from that for now and come back to it.
Sure.
Then let's talk about the business name, Computer Life Support. Loving the name. I do not like the layout because you're making me work too hard to read it. Yeah.
Okay.
I can't. I have to work to read that. And then once I've worked enough to read it, now I've got to interpret. What does that mean? So horizontal wording that's easy to read and let your viewers have the mental capacity left to realize, boom, that's what I need. When they see your advertisement, we want them to see the name, because that's going to appeal to them more than your face. Sorry to say. But because if they're having pain with their computers, that needs to jump out at them. Computer life support. Your face is just is secondary or tertiary, where they can see, oh, this is an individual. He seems likable. He seems approachable. So it should not be the star of the show. Your face should not be the star of the show. It should be an add-on, almost an afterthought. The phone number, absolutely good to have it in your position, but I'm thinking maybe along with the phone number, no cost to talk. Okay? So that they know that they can call you and just talk. Because you want them to, that's the biggest thing, you want them to call. Whether they convert into a sale or not is
but I want them to call.
secondary.
Once they call,
Okay? Now, the hands, they look threatening. They don't look caring and supportive. They're not holding anything. They're ready to. That's like an eagle's talons when it's diving down to pick up the mouse. Now, I call this the kind truth. I'm not sure that last statement was very kind.
I like everything you said, brother. I like everything you said. I appreciate it. I'm not telling a lie. I'm not telling a lie. When I did this logo, like when you're doing over something and you just want to get it done.
Yeah, I'm imagining you were struggling finding the right.
What I should do is actually make the hands. I can make the hands. I can take a picture of my hands.
Do an original picture. Yeah.
And do the thing. So let's take the time and do the thing right.
Yeah.
You know? So that's the thing. I was just trying to rush getting a logo, rushing the rebranding.
Okay.
And that never, as I say, it never passed. They're gonna pass it. So.
Okay. So let me catch up with chat a little bit, because I know there's some comments in here that I want to catch up with. Chris, let's see. Chris McGraw making mention about the PE build he suggested on the video. I saw your comment, Chris. That's pre-installation environment build. I'll reply to that probably in that comment, maybe in another video, because I want to rephrase my question. And then Viv, she says, I'd like to see the hands-on logo with a keyboard or mouse. A bit creepy at the moment is her words. Okay? I'm with you on that.
Sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
Bertland, I think we got the message across. And he should be smiling in the photo. The clients have the problem, not him. Agreed. That you're not smiling there. And it almost looks
Thank you so much.
It looks kind of judgmental. Like you're
like
looking at somebody saying,
like
like somebody just did something and you're not approving of what they just did.
Yeah.
So there's some thoughts. And I know you're putting this together. And thank you so much for being open to some feedback.
I appreciate it, because, listen to me, guys. I want this thing to be so that when persons look at it, it triggers them and they feel that I am going to solve their pain. And I appreciate everyone's help, because trust me, I can't do this by myself. And see, I'm trying to do it by myself, and that's what happened. So I appreciate the critiques. And the problem, the thing with me, guys, is that when I get the criticism, I go change them. So.
Okay, so now let me go to the next one. Vivian says, love the Star Trek. That means I'm revealing my age. Now I'm gonna say something a little different on that one. I'm
Yeah.
not going to say I love it. I'm going to say that was freaking genius. I absolutely was thrilled to see that. I saw that and go, oh, this is he's my people.
Yeah.
That
I'm a Trekkie.
that would grab me. That would,
Yeah.
even if I wasn't having pain with my computer, I would spend time looking through that, and I would become aware of you and what you
Yes.
do. Now
Yes.
that can be just a first edition of
Mm-hmm.
reaching out to people that identify with something, because you could
Yes.
do similar type advertisements with some other subject matter other than Star Trek.
MacGyver. I wanted,
Sure,
yeah,
MacGyver. Yeah.
all of the things that would, you see, the thing is, I was thinking about things that would trigger persons of my age. I'm like 38-ish. So I'm saying that, how you trigger somebody like that? And
Okay. Now it's not just how to trigger people like that, but they need to be things that you genuinely identify with yourself.
yes, yes, I am a
Yeah.
Trekkie.
Yeah, yeah, and MacGyver too. Which, yeah, I'm right there with you. And so
Yes,
you may have some others. So let me go on to the next comment.
yes.
Chris, I would put an EEG graph under the heartbeat monitor, and you behind hospital bed, dressed for surgery, looking to an old PC on the bed while holding a defibrillator unit. Okay, well that sounds like a reasonable comic relief for an advertisement. I'm not feeling very attracted to that as a first exposure for people.
Right. Yeah.
I understand the point, and I think I actually did something like that in one of my first advertisements. But it's going on the theme of a PC technician being kind of a doctor of sorts to
Yes.
heal the problem. So
Yeah.
there's some merit to that. And but I like the Star Trek a whole lot better. I'm not from a medical background at all. Hospitals, I want to turn the other way and go away. So yeah, the heartbeat monitor, that might be a personal aversion to me. That's not going to be attractive to me. And if you have some connection with hospital or medical equipment, then that could be sense. If you could have a conversation with somebody who's in medical business about the
Yeah.
equipment, then
Yeah.
that might make sense. And I think the place where this probably came up was about the supporting hands or healing hands.
Not the scary
I'm
hand.
going to take care of you. Yeah, not these. So there's something there for you to think of.
Definitely.
Ken Stout says hi. Hi back to you. So yeah, Ken, I saw your comment earlier, and I turned over and I enabled DVR. So maybe you could check that again. Somehow when I start this, even when I
For the
have DVR
DVR.
turned on, it turns off when I start it. So
Oh,
if you could go ahead and test that, I'd appreciate it. And Ken, we are doing, let's see, I'm looking over here. I believe we're on track for tomorrow, 4 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Ken's time.
mm-hmm.
And he was on a live stream recently regarding his SSD and his hard disk drive and swapping them. And he's sent me an email about more stuff he's done since then. So we're going to pick up another session with Ken
Yes.
tomorrow, 4
Yeah.
p.m. Pacific time, 6 p.m. Ken's time.
Yeah.
And Ken, if you could just put in the chat again where you're located, because I forgot that. You're USA, I know, but 2 time zones ahead of me. So then Viv says you're spot on with logo. I suspect that she's referring to my comments about the logo.
And the hands.
And then Frankie saying hello, everyone. Hello, Frankie. Good
Hey,
to see
Frankie.
you. And Chris says, with when your computer is at its end, I bring it back to life. So that's adding to his medical scenario. Now that fits a story again.
Yes.
And I don't want to discount it with my own aversion to medical equipment, but if that rings for you, run with it.
Yes.
Then there's Blackwatch. Hello, Blackwatch.
Hello, Blackwatch.
And he was in at the beginning.
Yes, he was.
And there, I think that's all that I needed to catch up with. The rest was people interacting with each other. So I'm wondering now. Let's see, your logo. Was there another piece that I wanted to talk about? I think really that gets across those ideas on the logo. The story pages that you have, I like those a lot. I think those work great, and that you're narrating them. I mean, on that first page, I think you would catch people's attention, and they see that one up in the upper right and the arrow to click on. They go to the next page, and you're actually reading them. I love that. That's just terrific. The advertisement for TechnoSpot. Can you bring that up?
Sure. TechnoSpot.
Yeah, I see it in a thumbnail there. Yeah, TechnoSpot. This doesn't work. This is just way too busy. My eye isn't drawn to anywhere.
Okay.
TechnoSpot on 2 lines, I think, is a disadvantage because it's a word that people aren't familiar with.
Yes.
TechnoSpot is the name of what you're doing, but there's nothing in this logo that tells me what TechnoSpot is.
True.
You got the word Zoom up there.
Yeah.
You got 7 p.m. You're doing something, but I really don't have any clue
what I'm doing.
What it is. Okay? So your computer questions, free conversation. Free talk.
Yeah.
Computer questions, computer issues, your computer struggles.
Yes.
Talk for free.
Yes.
TechnoSpot, 7 p.m. Sundays.
Yes.
So they need to be able to see this advertisement, and it has to shout out at them, this is what you've been looking for to solve the pain that you have right now.
Yes.
It's got to be in a short number of words. They have to have no doubt in their mind what to expect. Maybe in a finer print about Zoom. My camera's on. Come with your camera on or off, or some short way of communicating to them. They don't have to turn their camera on.
Yeah.
Call from your phone instead of if you're not comfortable with Zoom.
Yeah.
And you're giving them a phone number. Now you're giving them a phone number that is local for Jamaica.
Yes.
And that's who you're reaching to anyway.
Yes.
Now this advertisement is going out in a venue where people other than people who live in Jamaica can see it. Is that right?
Yes. Yes.
Do you want to kind of trim this down to Jamaica?
Yes. The issue is that I'm not sure how comfortable persons would feel. I don't know.
How comfortable they would feel with what?
With technical support, like just I don't know. So that's why I'm just limiting it to my vicinity within. But go ahead.
How are you limiting?
I use location.
Okay, beautiful. Let's see. I think there's some suggestions here in chat. It looks like.
The distance.
Okay, so going up a little bit. Okay, so Ken, it seems like a refresh did in fact activate the DVR feature. Yes, we are good to go tomorrow. Thank you. And then Chris, the tricky one, the boss giving out a solution, so basic and obvious, not sure, but many may identify to this. My 67 years old would for sure. LOL. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess he's saying, yeah, the Trekkie one, meaning he likes the Trekkie one.
Star Trek is
And
up.
the boss giving out a solution. Yeah, there was something in that Star Trek one. You said something about when the boss tries to give advice or the
To the IT,
CEO tries to give
advice to the
advice.
IT support.
Yeah, for the IT support. Now, I'm not sure if that's going to ring as an attraction for
All
the
right.
people you're targeting
Yes.
to come to you, but it's a piece of humor that I think most people would recognize.
Yeah.
And then Chris, but the hands below remind me of Night of the Living Dead. I think we've beat you up pretty hard about those hands, haven't we?
Guys, the hands have to go.
Hands got to go.
The hands
They're
gotta
not
go.
working. Oh, and then Chris says, like zombie hands in green like that. Yeah, the green
The
sounds
hands
like
gotta go,
a
guys.
zombie. All right. And then Viv says, face to face or ear to ear. And I think that's referring to your fine print for Zoom.
Yes.
Face to face or ear to
Ear to
ear,
ear.
indicating that people can just come on with audio.
Yes.
I'm not entirely sure that everybody would recognize the meaning of that. Um, camera on or off.
Mm-hmm.
See, some of the people that you'd be wanting to come in maybe aren't comfortable with Zoom, meaning don't know how to use it. Don't
True.
even know that they can click on that link and come into Zoom. Now,
Yes.
if they call on the phone,
Yes.
I think they have to key in the meeting number and the passcode. I don't think they just dial the number and get straight into the Zoom session.
Okay.
I haven't tested that. So
Me neither.
that has to be tested. But I'm pretty sure that's correct. You dial that phone number because it's a local access phone number
Mm-hmm.
for Zoom. But how are you going to identify what session you want to be in? You're going to have to punch in all those numbers. Now, there's also, when you do the invitation for Zoom, there's a one-touch dialing, meaning if they get that one-touch link on their phone, like from a text message or an email, they can just touch it and the phone will dial the number and join the meeting.
Cool.
But they have to do that one-touch link.
Cool. Bashment.
And then Viv clarifies she was referring to phone call on its own as an alternative. I was referring to phone call on its own as an alternative. Okay, yeah, so phone call. Now, since you've got your cell phone number there, yeah, why not just let them call you on a cell phone?
Yeah.
They don't have to do Zoom. So you can have your Zoom open.
Yes.
I think I'm liking that. Offer them the Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
And then, or just call me.
Yes.
Now, you're kind of wanting them to call you at that time, I think, so that you're just
Yes.
not wide open. Although, I don't know, maybe you are wide open.
The talk is cheap. No matter what time
Yeah.
you call me, the 7 o'clock is just to create the what we're trying
That's
to.
for Zoom. Yeah, the 7 o'clock is for Zoom, or call anytime
Yes.
in your cell phone number.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is.
I don't think people are going to be calling you at 3 a.m. And the people who might do that are probably because they're in a different time zone, but they're not likely to call anyway because
And they probably have pain. And if you have pain, Bertland will solve it depending.
yeah, and you could have the phone off if that becomes a problem, but I doubt that would become a problem. If it becomes a problem, then you could. I'm really liking that. Zoom 7 p.m. with the credentials, or just call me.
Yeah. Just simple.
That's cool. I think
Yeah,
I
it
like
is.
that.
Thank you, guys.
Let's see. Then Blackwatch is saying hello to Ken. Where's the chicken dinner? And oh yeah, because we were talking about everybody going over to Ken's for barbecue. And we only have egg layers, 16 a day. Not sure I can ship. Oh, egg layers. Yeah. All right. Chickens that lay eggs. All right. Now let's see. Next. topic.
Link it, bro.
That, yeah. Oh, discounting. You mentioned during our last session.
Yes.
Here's the way that I think I heard you say it is in your conversation with, I think it was
Romaine.
Romaine. She
Yes.
contacted you and you were going along, and then you kind of said, well, by the way, I'm going to give you a 75% discount. Is that what happened?
Yeah, kind of like that. Cause I was,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. Let's see. I'm going to get back to. Why don't you stop sharing your screen now? Because we don't
All
get.
right. Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So here's your hand. Okay. This is your hand. This is my hand.
Yeah. Bad. Don't give
No.
away your services for free.
No. You already had the customer. You had her on the hook. And then you told her you're going to give her 75% off. I don't see any justification for that.
Yeah.
I don't think you needed to do that. I think you're in a mindset of getting this business going, and you want to clinch the sale. In this case, it sounded like you already had the sale.
Yeah.
So I don't see any reason to be offering a discount at that point. Now, so that's point one about discounts.
Yes.
Point two about discounts. Once you start giving discounts to a new client, you need to have an exit strategy for the discounts, because I have known of clients, and I had a little bit of experience, and I've heard more significantly stories from other people where they give discounts to early clients without any exit strategy to that discount.
Yes.
And then once you as the service provider decide you want to charge the full amount, you have to have a really awkward, uncomfortable conversation with them, or just send them the bill. And they just receive the bill and go, I didn't get a discount. He doesn't like me anymore. I'm not sure I'm liking this. Whereas if up front, you told, if you use a discount to get the business, if you up front tell them your first invoice is going to be discounted, after that it's this amount.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't like that for a reason I'm about to explain, but let's get to another one. Any of the work that I do during the first month or the first 30 days will be discounted, and then back at the normal rate. Now, here's the reason why I don't like either of those really, is that it gives them, you're explaining the rules of a system to them. You're telling them that they can get a discount for the work that you do during the first month. So if I'm in the customer's chair, what is in my best self-interest? I want to throw everything I have at you during that first month and get a whole bunch of stuff fixed. And then you're not going to hear from me for 6 months because I'm good. I want to get everything I can during that time. Okay, here's another here's another way. Let's suppose you say you're going to give them a discount for your first service call.
Yes.
Okay, so now when you show up, they've got a long list of stuff. There's no way you can finish all that in one service call. So they're going to try to keep you there for as many hours as they possibly can. So you're just giving them a way to game the system. So discounts are hazardous.
Yeah.
There's hazards there. So if you're going to try to use a discount or rate to attract new business, the time when you need to do that is after you have established that it is difficult in your local region to get new business to try you out. That's not that's not happening for you.
Yeah.
You
No,
put
that's
out your first ad and boom, you got a client. You put out your second ad and boom, you got a client.
yeah.
They're coming in to talk to you before they even are aware that they might get a discount. Is that
True.
right?
Yes,
I
that is
didn't.
true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You didn't say anything about discounts in those advertisements, and they're reaching out to you.
Yeah.
I think you should just nix the idea of
Discount.
discounts right now.
Agreed. Thank you.
I don't see it's needed. Now, here's one thing that you could do is when you actually go to send them an invoice,
Yeah.
if you feel that you spent way too long on solving a problem, and I do this, even for my long-term clients. I'll
Yeah.
put in a start time and an end time, and let's suppose the start time and end time, it's clearly over 2 hours.
Yes.
And I really don't feel good about charging them that.
Yes.
Here's a couple ways that I handle it. One way is when I actually put in the amount of time charged, it might be 1.75. And then the calculation, and there's no mention of a discount.
Yes.
So what happens is when they see the invoice and they look at this and they go, particularly if a first invoice, they're likely going to go read it, and they see that this was clearly over 2 hours, yet he charged me less.
Mm-hmm.
And they think, ooh, I got away with something. Should I tell him
Face.
about it? Should I tell him he made a mistake on his invoice? Now, the next invoice, if that doesn't happen, do they feel like they got cheated? No, they just feel like they didn't.
Yeah, they didn't cheat you.
He didn't make a mistake.
Yeah.
So they're gonna like that. They're gonna smile at that, and they'll be okay. Now, here's another way to handle it. I've done this where I put in a start time and end time. I put in the full calculation. Then the next line is just 2 words: courtesy discount, and I just add on a discount. I never tell them about it. I never explain it. I just put courtesy discount. And I think when they see that, they smile. Next invoice they get doesn't have a courtesy discount. Well, that's okay. It was the words courtesy discount just sounds like a one-time thing. Now, if they ask you about it, then you tell them, well, I felt like I should have been able to fix that sooner. So it's a way for me to kind of slap my hand and tell myself to do better.
Yes.
So that it's about you trying to do better, not really you trying to give them a freebie or a discount. It's about you training yourself to do better. And when so they ask you, why'd you give me that discount? Oh, well, it's because I thought that I should have been able to fix that sooner, and I didn't have this thing. I just kind of give myself a little discipline to slap myself on the hand to tell myself I should have done that better. Yeah. It's not about them. It's about you trying to be better at what you do. Who's not going to like that?
Who's not good? I love it. I love it. I love it.
Okay, let's catch up with chat and see if there's something else here. Phone calls on alternative Blackwatch. We only have Blackwatch. Blackwatch is saying, Bertland, set your rate as per your self-value, else rate increase will not be accepted too well. I agree, absolutely. Meant too well. Yeah. So, let's see, that's at 107.
Okay. Thank you, Blackwatch.
Yeah, a mistake that some new technicians make is they charge too low.
Yeah.
So it would behoove you to do a little local research, try to find some other service providers that are independent workers, or also the ones that are in a corporate environment. The ones that are in a company that does tech support, they're going to expect them to be higher, charge higher. They probably have certifications that you don't, and infrastructure that you don't. And
true.
When a client is hiring an individual service provider, it makes sense that that's going to cost less. But make sure that you're not bottom of the barrel price. If you're bottom of the barrel price, then that's the type of client that you're going to attract. Okay? If you put your rate somewhere in the mid range of what you find the area has, and you're still getting new clients, then you're good. If you wind up pricing yourself so high that when they hear your price, they go looking elsewhere, then that means you're priced a little bit too high. But it's going to be easier to be priced a little bit high at first and then come down a little bit, or tell them it's, if they complain that you're higher than someone else, it's, well, I suggest give me a try, and I'll tell you what, you tell me what rate to charge you for the first invoice of no more than 2 hours of time. If they bring up that conversation,
Yes.
to try to get that sale, but you're not advertising that. So those are some thoughts on that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Deep thought.
I have come across people that are swap meet mentality clients. You tell them your rate is $85 an hour, and they say, well, how about $75 an hour? You want to turn and run. Don't negotiate anything. That is a type of personality you want nothing to do with.
Agreed.
The ideal client that you want is the client who they are busy making their living doing whatever they do, and they're not trying to pinch $10 an hour out of a service provider. That is just not worth their time. They would, in fact, I've come across some who they'd rather pay $25 an hour more if they can get the type of service that they need and want. And for many of my clients that are workaholics, they want to be able to call me after hours on weekends and such. And I'm fine with that because I don't have family obligations that make that difficult to do. So I know that I have clients that are just rock solid loyal to me because they're not going to get that other places. Let's see. Then Blackwatch, what's up? This new wireless keyboard still makes same typos. Okay. So let's see. So we did that about discounting. I think we've covered everything on my list.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We are. Again, how long we've been going here?
We have been going for 1 hour 12 minutes. Again, guys, each week it goes longer. Yeah. But
I think weren't we longer last time?
We probably did 3:15 last time. We went up to about 3:15.
All right.
We did Deandra, Rami, and Jimmy Q show the ad, Instagram, Facebook discounting, and me. Yeah, we did everything.
All right. Yep, everything on my list. So, are we ready to say goodbye? Are we thinking same time, same station next Saturday? What do you?
Yes, definitely. And before we go, I just wanted to tell everyone that checking out the live stream and the DVD recording that DougBetts is the man. Live Windows Training is the channel, and I'm telling you, this is episode 6 of a great series. You understand? It was by chance that I met Doug. I found his number from a colleague of mine. I found his channel, from a colleague of mine. Doug uploaded the fix to the printing issue in Windows, and I reached out to Doug. Doug did not offer anything about mentoring on his channel. Doug did not offer anything about, I want to help you to start an IT business. I reached out to Doug because Doug was offering free training, free support. I reached out to him and asked him if he could mentor me. And he said yes. And this is where we're at right now. I just want to tell you, thank you, Doug. DougBetts, thank you so much. Bashment, everything that you said to me, I have taken action with and I have seen results. And I just want to tell you, thank you for being so honest. It's hard, you hardly meet persons who are dishonest. And I just want to tell you, I appreciate you and I appreciate everything. And big up to everybody in the chat and big up to everybody on YouTube. And again, big up, Doug. And this is Bertland, and it was great hanging out with everybody.
All right. Thank you, Bertland. See you next week. Goodbye. And we're out. And here is the email address if you want to reach out to me for anything along the lines of what you've seen that I do on my channel. And I hope this has been useful to you. Have a great day. Catch you later. Goodbye.